Yeah, son shit, y'all ready?
I hope y'all are. This episode is happy 250th for America. America. You gotta say it like that. You gotta go America. You can't say America, because America is dignified and it's beautiful and it's fair. America. That's where we at. That's just where we is. We in America. You know what I'm saying? This week, let me tell you, before I even get started into the whole show, I'm gonna have to say this piece right here. It is apropos. It is poetic justice. It is only right. It is destined. It should have been probably prophesied. Donald Trump would be president during this moment in history. Donald Trump should be president during this particular time frame in history. They had to vote on birthright citizenship, and people were mad that it didn't go their way. Crazy. We voted on trans girls in sports. Weird. We have someone in Texas. We have people in Texas making it mandatory. They voted to make it mandatory that you have Bible study in public school. Because my man said, church and state, that's not really in the joint. That's not really an amendment. That's not a thing. That's just something, it's not really there. Who told you that? You could always do it. But they don't mean just anybody. It don't just mean, as a Muslim, you can go to school and pull out the Quran while everybody reading the Bible. No. You got to bring out the Bible. You got to learn about Jesus, because this is America. You see what I'm saying? The EPA, the head of the EPA, he's like, we're not going to hold anybody responsible for these data centers and the pollution that they're putting out in the air. We're not going to hold these people accountable. Life sucks. Life sucks. The Department of Justice told the people in Tennessee, don't worry about what Elon Musk doing. Figure it out. That's what they told them. Our government just told these people who make food that's not real food and it's not healthy, food that you can't even get overseas because of all the stuff that they have in it. Hey, you ain't got to tell the people in America everything. Just a little bit. And if the people get sick, they cannot sue. 3 states have had the insurance people go, hey, if you have to use anesthesia, we determine how long they should be put under. If they need more time, that's going to have to come out their pocket. 3 states voted on that. 3 states rocked with that. And my thing is, when we talk about the politicians that we vote in, please understand it ain't just the politicians that we vote in. It's the people who provide the product. These states, I think Missouri's one of them. I can't think of the other 2. But yeah, the anesthesia thing. And if you need more, that got to come out their pocket. Guess who's not fighting them on that? The insurance companies. Athena and all that stuff, right? They ain't fighting them on that. When they said, hey, don't worry about the pollution and all that stuff in the air with these data centers. Guess who ain't fighting them back on that? The people who own these data centers. They're not going, we probably should try to find a better, more, a cleaner way to make this happen. No, this food thing. The Food Drug Administration people was like, y'all ain't got to tell us everything. And if somebody gets sick, it's on them. Lay's, Pepsi, Lay, whichever one it is, the Pepsi Lay people, Chick-fil-A, Burger King, McDonald's, Burger King, you know what I'm saying? All of these people, the people who make your microwavable potatoes, Pringles, all of these people, Kraft, ain't none of these people like, you know what? That don't feel right. What we'll do is cut back and make it, and try to make the things better. Nobody. So it's not just the politicians that are the problem. It's the whole system. The whole system. This is the best time in the world. Right now, while we're about to celebrate 250 years of being America, this is the best time. Because what it also tells you is we sold ourselves. Our politicians sold us out. You know what I'm saying? They're talking about maybe moving the Pentagon to Israel. What? Technically, there's something going on that nobody is aware of. You know what I'm saying? Here's my thing. The same people who are sitting around hating on, say, WWE and Dave Chappelle and all these people for doing stuff over there, you know what I'm saying? Our country is bought. Elon Musk owns a good piece of this country. Your man from Amazon said, we got to prioritize these data centers. Y'all gonna have to fall back on that water, yo. Paraphrasing, of course. Y'all don't need all that water for real. Man, water overrated. Y'all be all right. Nobody gonna stop dealing with Amazon. I'm saying, I told y'all a few months ago, and who knows, I probably didn't even record it on the podcast, or if I did, we still got to go through the editing process. Your boy, Zuckerberg, was out there in, I think, Kenya or Ghana, one of them African countries, shut the whole program down for people who was out here looking through all kind of files and stuff for the Meta glasses, because what they realized was, oh, these joints just be on, son. Sometimes they just on, and they got everything. They took a look at everything, and he fired the whole squad. Like, oh, y'all got to go. Y'all like, nope. They're still working. I don't even know if they officially voted it in, but the whole thought of you need to make sure that there's some implications. There's an indicator that you're recording, like a red button or something on the glasses. That way people will know what is and what isn't going on. Because right now y'all are just picking up joints. The same way that your phone and the joints in your house is just picking up joints. Ford, General Motors, all of these people are out here trying to get that one bill passed where you can't work on your car, because if you do, that's up to 7 years. Up to 7 years if you work on your own vehicle. The vehicle that you bought, paid them payments on. That's your joint. Can't be out here working on that. Trump was even like, yo, that's crazy. That's wild. I'm pretty sure he goes, if he hasn't, he will sign that bill. All these new cars is gonna come up in here now. Got all kind of stuff jumping off. You know what I'm saying? And they're trying to make sure that you don't even have any older cars. Junkyards are burning out of the blue. Like, just the junkyards, not like surrounding areas, just the junkyards. The ethanol that they're putting in the gas, put even more cut on it. The cut is ridiculous, and they talking about it's gonna mess up older cars. It's gonna mess up everybody's car. It's gonna mess up the whole situation. Look, my kid goes to Miami University. He used to be able to fill up, go up, drive around, do some other random stuff, come back, spend like a day or two, and then have to fill up again. Now it's you go up. You got to top it off, because you already down a little over half. So you gonna have to just to get back. Used to be able to go to Cleveland or Pittsburgh, or for one joint. Now you get to a halfway point, not even a halfway point, you gotta fill back up. The game is crazy, son. Used to be able to go from Cincinnati, Ohio to Cleveland. Go to Cleveland, go to the hotel, go to the baseball game, basketball game, come back, stop in Akron, which ain't that Akron, I don't know how to pronounce the joint, LeBronville. Stop there, it was a gas station by the Sonic. Boop, boop, and be up on your way and make it back home. And then just roll around. Not anymore. Now you gotta stop, fill it back up, then hit the Cleveland, fill it back up just to roll around for a hot minute. Make sure you got a little something on it for. Then play the game of let's try to top it off again real quick. Boop boop. They playing us, son. They playing us. We have been played. You know what I mean? PlayStation. Xbox and PlayStation are out here trying to play the same game. Thing is, PlayStation jumped first. PlayStation was like, ha, 2028, we ain't even doing no more physicals. And people are losing their minds. Here's the thing. When the joint came out, when 5 came out, you could get it where you could have a disc drive or not. I don't know if you understand. When they sat back, they looked at what was selling the most. The knots were selling. You know what I'm saying? The knots were selling. They're holding GTA 6 hostage. Because that's going to be the way it's going to really get down there. Because these people are going to buy that game knowing that there's no physical copy. You know what I'm saying? I think it's one of these, a couple of these places that have movie libraries. All them joints, because the licenses are up. You go back to your joint, it's empty, like butt naked. You're like, oh snap, what happened to all my license was up, so that it really was never yours. It really was never yours. Our country has sold us out. Because that's something that you can vote on. You can vote on anything in the world. All it takes is enough people to sign a petition or enough outcry that it becomes a thing. Remember a few years ago, somebody's politician must have been somewhere and their kid wanted a milkshake and they couldn't get the milkshake or they couldn't get the McFlurry or whatever because everybody knows McDonald's ice cream machines never work. They actually took the time to have the government look into that. Stop and think about that. Stop and think about that. You can do anything. You can vote on anything. You know what I'm saying? You ever been to places and you realize like there's whole areas in your city that don't have a bus route around it? A city bus route, a metro bus route. That's voted on. That is voted on. You know, you shouldn't be out here. What you out here for? They vote on that kind of stuff. That is something that they particularly made sure it happens like that. You can vote on anything. You can vote on these PS joints and hit them off like that. And even if we're not even talking about in America, all you got to do is hope that the people overseas are that mad, because that's how we got the Apple to get down with the what is now the universal plug for your phones. They was like over there going, nah, so we ain't gonna keep playing this game with you, son. Unless you want them sales to drop, you better get on board with that C. And they got on board with the C. America didn't do it because America had this vibe of we think it's elitist. We think elitism when we got the Apple anyway. Ooh, my iPhone and my iPhone cord. My stuff don't go to your stuff. Yeah, they was already on it like that anyway. That's all I'm saying. This is where we are right now. We are in a wild place. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna talk about. I'm gonna talk back about that later. Let's get into some other stuff though. What was Jaylen Brown? That's what I'm gonna talk about. Jaylen is now a 76er. Finally, he left Boston. Not even because he wanted to, but because the media so wanted to. Here's the thing. There's like three to four different reasons why, right? One being they say that the NBA insiders and all that say that Jaylen Brown's too smart for his own good. Ain't nothing worse than an intelligent black man. You got other people going, well, you know, the private equity people, they came up in here and they bought the Boston Celtics. The same company that bought the Boston Celtics also owned the San Antonio Spurs and something else. And they was like, we need to cut money. Clip, we cut that guy. Right? Then it goes back to, again, the NBA insiders didn't like him. Never thought he was good. NBA Finals MVP. And then the fourth, whichever number I'm on, but it is the final, the media. The media never liked that brother for whatever reason. Here's the thing about the media helps shape the other ones, because that's really where it comes from. It comes from the media. The media picks who they want. They won that NBA Finals. It was the media following Tatum around while he was trying to find a catchphrase. They spoke to Jaylen Brown afterwards, like, hey, okay, and then let's go over here. And then we done exhausted 20 minutes of listening to him just trying to find a cool phrase for us to clip. Next. He was the next man. You know what I'm saying? That same year, the Dream Team gets put together. That Dream Team to go to the Olympics get put together. Kawhi drops out. They grabbed your man with the who had the crazy forehead, who went bald because his forehead was crazy. What was it? White. That dude's head is ridiculous, son. Did y'all see him when he had hair? Because he bald now. Pull up a picture of him when he had hair. It's like, bro, what is you doing? What's the shorty from Star Trek? Remember? She got the joint like the shorty from, no, matter of fact, the old Dune movies. Remember the old Dune movies with the witches? And they did the joint? Yeah, she got that joint. The soup, like his joint was, his joint started in the middle of his head like he do karate flicks. It was like, bro, you should have cut that off a long time ago. They brought him in, not the MVP of the finals from the team who just won it. What? Do you know how many years they were out here trying to tell you they need to break that team up? You know how crazy that is? And I say it every time I leave a comment somewhere. Never seen nothing like that ever in my life. Where you saw two young dudes. They were more Shaq and Penny than anything else. You know what I'm saying? This is Mike and then Scotty coming a year or two after. Not like four. Because Scotty came in 89. Mike was there in 84. You know what I'm saying? We talking a year or two after. Shaq came in and then the next year there was Penny. Boom. You know what I'm saying? We ain't talking Shaq going to LA and then we got to wait for Kobe to become Kobe. No. We're talking instant get down. You got this guy and then you turned around and you got that guy. The next year, these dudes were on par to be a problem. And every time things went crazy, they blamed Jaylen Brown. Jaylen gotta go. Jaylen gotta go. Jaylen gotta go. Why they keep Jaylen around? Jaylen gotta go. You never heard anybody go, yo, these are too great. Now we gotta build around them. It's the motto of the NBA. That has always been the motto of the NBA. If I'm not correct, that's the main fallback and clapback about LeBron, right? Well, LeBron never had a Scotty. Even though he had some all-stars around him, LeBron never had a Scotty. They didn't want to build around him. They had it. They had that 1 and 2. And was like, and built around them, and then they won a championship. Tatum gets hurt. Jaylen Brown holds it down, and they get the second seed. I'm sorry. How is he not that dude? And you're watching people feed into the media. And that's my issue when it comes to this. We can't have conversations about sports, and especially basketball, because everybody's argument is what the media is telling. And the media has been trying to break this duo up. And they have done it successfully now. But they have been trying to break them up for over 6 years. 6 years. They were still trying to break them up after they won the title. Something wrong with the game. And at the end of the day, like I said, a lot of it is all the other pieces. And one of those pieces is definitely because he's outspoken, he's smart, he don't care. You know what I mean? It is what it is. It's funny when it's Kyrie being a flat earth person. That's funny, ha ha ha. It stopped being funny when he started taking up for Palestine, right? That's when it stopped being funny. But watching him just be himself and just say whatever you want to say, that was borderline comedic for a little bit. Like, that's just Kyrie being Kyrie. When this dude was like, I want to try to figure out how to make another Black Wall Street. Hey, I think we ought to do this. We ought to figure out ways to make the boom, boom, boom. We ought to make sure, like, kids from impoverished homes still can feel like they can succeed. Success shouldn't be, you know what I'm saying, a far off dream. It should always be around the corner. It should always be an option of you chose not to do this. It shouldn't be, man, I gotta go here and I gotta go there and then I gotta hope the thing called luck falls my way. I gotta hope the gods shine upon me and take my favor in and be like, that's my man's right there. No. If I have the intelligence and I have the idea, I should be able to turn the corner, and there it is. I have the situation where I can present it, lay it out, and boom, boom. It shouldn't be a lot of obstacles in my economic circumstance that I can't control. Shouldn't be a liability. My man was out here talking that talk. They're like, we ain't want to hear. Why don't you just be like the rest of these people and get somebody some sneakers? Call it a day, bro. Get somebody some sneakers. Hook up with Nike and them and do some like sponsors or something. He ain't trying to do that. He's trying to do some other stuff. That was too real. That was too real. And here's the crazy boy. Y'all sent him to Philly. Philly get down like that. I don't know if there was pushback in Boston. And I'm not in Boston. I don't know. But I'm going to tell you now. He take that same mentality of, yo, I want to bring people up. I want to set things in motion. Trust me. There's going to be a lot of brothers and sisters looking to talk to him. Like, hey, what's his email? Hey, how can we? Hey, we got programs we would love to get popping. We just need a little sponsor. Please. And here's the thing. Bring your people in to look over the books. I don't want to even feel like we're cheating. And I'm not saying people do, but we all know there's scammers out there. You know what I mean? And look, Philly about that life. You know what I mean? Philly about that life. Philly will, hey, there be some people up at the door. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, bro, we got this. Let's do it. What you want to get? I don't know what they was doing out in Boston, but this Philly, we cool with that. What you talking about? Boom. You put them in the right place. You put them in the perfect place if that's the case. You know what I mean? But anyway, that's just, I was lost on that. Speaking of basketball, keeping it in the NBA, LeBron isn't a Laker anymore. ESPN tried to, and again, back to the media. The media, ESPN mostly, is trying to tell you the Lakers had a good 8 years. Now, with that being said, yeah, they weren't in the playoffs for years before that. It won't like they weren't going to be on TV, though, because they're the Lakers. Just like the Knicks, just like the Celtics. They're going to always be on TV. You know what I'm saying? Always be on TV. The problem is they weren't winning. You brought LeBron in, he missed the finals twice. He missed the playoffs completely twice out of 8 years. So now you're down to 6. Won a championship 1, then you're down to 5. Lost in the conference finals. He lost in the semi-conference finals. That means the other 3 he lost in the first round. That's not a get down. I mean, it's dope. That means y'all was competitive. You know what I'm saying? 6 out of 8 years, no doubt, salute. But that ain't put a statue up material. You know what I'm saying? That ain't greatest Lakers of all time material. That's not that. But let's not play that game. You know what I'm saying? Let's not do that. You know what I mean? Let's not begin to play that game. But what's crazy about it is people want to go, yo, son, it was a good damn. It was a good, and we talk about what the bubble chip. I saw a joint on Facebook where a dude was like, y'all act like they made the bubble tournament for him. They did. Technically, that was the only great year the Lakers had. Like, they were actually number 1 in the Western Conference at that time. At that time, when COVID hit, March Madness stopped. College basketball stopped. Hockey was suspended. These are 2 sports that go on at the same time as the NBA. Spring training stopped. Soccer stopped. You know, the only thing that kept going along with the NBA was wrestling. Baseball figured out they'll do the same thing that basketball is doing, just have the games with nobody in the stadiums or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They'll try to figure it out. They'll try to make it at least good for the people watching. You know what I'm saying? We'll do it for the people watching. That. Yeah, son, trust me when I tell you, if the LA Lakers weren't in the playoff run, in top 10, if they were 11, they wouldn't have did that bubble thing. If LeBron had got injured somewhere and they were like, yeah, son, he gonna be out for most of the season, And them Lakers, again, weren't in the playoff run. They could have been like 7th place. LeBron might not even, like, if we did play the full season, he wouldn't probably get back till close to the end of the playoffs. That's if the team makes it to the playoff. They would have just canceled it. The Lakers were number 1 in the Western Conference, number 2 all around in the league. They were at a Disney facility. Disney owns ESPN. ESPN has been telling you LeBron James is the joint since he was like a junior in high school, maybe even a sophomore in high school. That's how long they've been telling you LeBron's that dude. ESPN was invested. Here's a little thing that I didn't know until I was looking at a joint with Dan Le Batard, and they was talking about The Decision, and the guy who put the thing together, he was like, yo, his idea for The Decision was, this was around the time when ESPN especially was showing the kids doing their college declaration joints. Like, yo, son, I declare to go to boom, boom, boom. Right? They sit there and all the cameras is around them. You know what I mean? So it was like, all right, let's do something like that. They said David Stern was totally against it. Totally against The Decision. He was like, yo, it just seems too arrogant. That's not what the NBA, I don't want that to be a thing for the NBA. They did it anyway. They said David Stern was out here trying to even catch up with the people who was running Disney at the time to go, yo, let's not do that. That joint was over an hour long. They were out here doing flashbacks of the joint, catching up with old coaches from Akron, Ohio, all kind of stuff, like doing highlights and just giving you the this is your life type moment for a dude who already knew where he was going because he had already set that up in motion. It was only suspenseful for the people who didn't know. Y'all had over an hour to watch a man say about 5 or 6 words. I decided to take my talents to South Beach. Okay, maybe 9. 9, and that's 9 if you don't count South Beach as 2 different words. It's 8. Y'all spent an hour rocking on this man's meat. Just out here just like salivating on this joint, slobbering on this joint, just for him to say them 8 to 9 words that he could have just did in a press conference. Like, y'all made a whole spectacle of this joint, son. Y'all was out here asking mama how her little baby boy, and what kind of shoes did he wear when he was a kid? Like, y'all was just acting stupid, like the Phil Times, son. And I'm saying that because these are the same people trying to tell you, oh man, Disney wouldn't do nothing like do the bubble thing, because nobody else offered. It ain't like Nike offered. Nike got facilities to play basketball. Adidas got facilities to play basketball. You know what I'm saying? It's not like anybody, it's not even like one of the sports team was like, yo, we'll shut this down and we'll have like whatever the local hotels, joints do it. No. Everybody was kind of like, yeah, I guess it's over for this. It'll be done. And then all of a sudden you saw what you saw. It was like, yo, nah, son. Disney was like, them dudes is about to win. Them dudes look like they gonna take the championship. We can't let this season slide by. Because here's the thing, you take that bubble season away, it really looks bad. Like, the bubble season technically saves it. You know what I'm saying? Because you can go, at least he won a championship. You take that bubble chip away, he has nothing. And while we're at it, let's not act like when they did the whole, we're going to have an in-season tournament, everybody and their mama knew the Lakers were going to win that first one. Everybody and their mama knew the Lakers were going to win that first one. They had to. Why? It adds to the hardware. And his team was the first to win the in-season tournament, which, by the way, as soon I give it 3 to 4, maybe 5 years after LeBron actually retires, which I guess this is supposed to be his last season coming up, they'll get rid of that. Because it was one of those things where it was like, he could probably win one of them. He ain't gonna win no more championships. He might win that. The thought was he was gonna go to Golden State. And some people think he might go to Cleveland. They don't know where he's gonna go. I mean, I haven't looked up. Like, this is the 3rd. This is Friday. Tomorrow's the 4th. So I haven't looked yet. But what are we talking about? You know what I mean? What else is going on? I'm gonna say this because I said this on a show. We got to give respect to Donald J. Trump Jr. Donald Trump Jr. DJ. We got to give him respect. DJ did something that no hip hop affiliated media could do over the last 20 plus years, and that is have Ja Rule and 50 Cent in the same building performing at the same night. Like, in my head, I feel like 50's gonna headline. Ja gonna probably be one of the opening acts, because there's no way Ja's going before Busta. I'm sorry, that's just not gonna be what it's gonna be. Ja Rule, and they gonna tell him don't go nowhere, because then when 50's done with the night, Donald J. Trump's gonna come out. He gonna have Ja Rule with him. He gonna make, shake hands, son. Yeah, whatever this rap beef is, you guys squashed it. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. I'm just saying, that's tonight, technically, right? That's tonight. He gonna do it. I'm telling you, man, it's gonna happen. Don't act like I'm just saying something. By the time y'all hear this, 4th will be over with and all that. But I'm just telling y'all, that's what's gonna happen. They gonna shake hands. They're gonna be like, yeah, son, he squashed the beef. Here's the thing I want to address about this. It's not coincidental that it came out who was doing what. You see what I'm saying? Deadline let people know it was Timbaland, Busta, 50, and Ja. That was on purpose. That was on purpose. They ain't even tell you the other people's name. Deadline. I'm not saying something that's hip hop affiliate like The Source or Complex or Double XL or something, or or the Shade Room. No. Deadline made it an important priority to tell you that these hip hop artists were there. And to me, that was all they did was showcase their Negroes. Like, here y'all go. Look, this is who we got. Y'all like to talk about, ooh, we gotta stand together. Y'all don't stand together. Look who we got. Look at them. These two dudes don't even like each other, but they like that money. They came in together to get this money. They gonna be on the same stage the same night. I'm gonna get them to shake hands at the end of the night. I'm gonna have them hanging out and drinking the drinks with each other. Shoot, we might all go back in the cut somewhere and get a broad together. You know what I mean? I know they gonna be like, make sure she legal of age, and I ain't my daddy, but I'm gonna make sure she legal of age, and we gonna have fun. I bet you we is. We gonna all high five each other, give strong eye contact. It's gonna be poppin', son. But I'm just saying, man, he did something The Source could never do, Double XL couldn't do, BET couldn't do, MTV couldn't do. It's crazy, B. It's crazy. What are we doing right now? Crazy. Michael Jackson, the Michael movie, is the highest growing biopic of all time. It beat out Oppenheimer. That's just, look, I'm gonna tell you what I know. I watched kids who I know are like at least 12 and under attempt to moonwalk. I'm watching kids who are 12 and under listen to Michael Jackson harder than I ever listened to Michael Jackson outside of as an adult. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching kids do the moves, wanna be Mike, and you would think it was the 80s all over again. You would think it was the 90s all over again. Cause that was when he was really cracking for a generation of children. The 80s and 90s. Solo Mike, yeah, Solo Mike was that thing for the 80s and 90s. I'm watching children in 2026 do the spin, the toe thing, the wanna moonwalk, the hee. They doing all that. A whole new generation is now out here screaming Michael Jackson is that dude. A whole new generation. And that ain't even the real Michael Jackson. They out here bugging out off of what they see in a movie. They don't even have the blessings to have engaged with turning on their TV and watching Thriller for the first time or the umpteenth time. To watch Remember the Time for the umpteenth time. To watch Michael Jackson just step out on stage somewhere live and had a crowd go crazy. And and do a spin and a moonwalk, do the shimmy with the shoulders, Shimon, and walk off. Cause he ain't even doing no songs. He just showed up, just popped up like, hey everybody, Shimon, and then just walked off the joint. He ain't performed no song. Remember the joint? He stepped on stage with NSYNC and them, did the spin, and he did the little joint with the shoulders and the foot movement, yeah, and then bounced. They went to commercial break. He was already heading off the stage. He wasn't even waving to nobody. Got my money and the crowd love me. That's all cool, Mike. He was out. He was gone, son. We different, B. We're a different world, son. You'll never love that. You'll never understand the level that is. Mike. And then these kids want to be like Mike. They want to be like the Mike they see. Again, don't even know about real Mike. Gangster. I can see, and it's still in the theaters, and it's still holding strong. That joint it's like the numbers, like the theaters have slowed down, but it's still cracking. I figured once Spider-Man and all that really start kicking in, they're gonna let me be like, yo, son, we gotta let Mike. Nah, son, don't let Mike go. Let one of these other movies go that ain't doing too good. Put one of them. Mike's still pushing it. Son, Mike, y'all hit the record, y'all be out. Nah, no. Mike is still running the show. Mike. That's crazy, B. That's crazy. That is crazy. But it's real. It's super real. And it's dope at the same time. What else is going on pop culture wise? Can't think of anything else. Right now my mind's blank. But yeah, man. What else I want to talk about? Because there's something on my mind about some sales or something. I can't think of it. You know what I mean? It's like right there. It's like right there with the mic. It was a Michael Jackson comment, and then I knew it was something else close to like having to do with Mike, but not really about something about music or sales. Jay-Z. See? And that's how that go, because Jay-Z. Here's the thing about Jay-Z, and I'm going to say this about the BET Awards, because Lauryn Hill and Janet Jackson showed up and people lost their minds. Michael Jackson stepped out on Summer Jam with Jay-Z. You know how? He was asked. He was asked to. There's a point where I think people get so big and popular that we think that they're not regular people. We stop looking at them like they're part of the get down. It's like, nah, son, just ask. You never know. You know what I'm saying? Like when you see how many people know Michael Jackson and have hung out with Michael Jackson, you're like, I ain't know that. At the end of the day, they're real people. They're real people, son. But Jay-Z is celebrating 30 years of his classic album. And then I think he did the 444, and it has bonus tracks. And the conversation is, and he has a thing with Target. And people are like, man, Jay-Z too old. Don't nobody care about Jay-Z. He too old. Jay-Z old. Jay-Z old. Jay-Z, 20 years ago, was younger than Drake. The age that Drake is now, 20 years ago, Jay-Z was younger than Drake. Just so we're clear, Lil Wayne is 40 something. J. Cole is 40. Kendrick Lamar's on the other side of 35. And I'm saying that because same thing with Chris Brown. These people are closer to 40 than anything. And the point I'm trying to make is when you hear people still talk about Jay-Z and Nas and all these people being old, you realize it's from that generation. The same generation, that's their generation. It's the Drake generation. You know what I'm saying? 2005, 2006, all of a sudden it became a thing to say Nas was old. 50 was old. Jay was old. You know what I'm saying? Kanye wasn't old because Kanye had just dropped. Kanye dropped in the 2000s. Same thing with 50, technically. You know what I'm saying? But also at the same time, 50 was old. Busta's old. All these dudes was old. Scarface old. Anybody who was making music, still trying to make music, if you had made something in the 90s, you were old. Mary J old. Mary J still out here trying to sing. We about so-and-so and so-and-so now. Missy Elliott still trying to do stuff. We were calling these people old. 2005, that generation who didn't want to listen to the same music that their mama and them listened to, that their daddy and them listened to, their uncle and them listened to, their aunts and them listened to. They were old. They only wanted the stuff that was a year or two out. If it was, we're talking 05, if you wasn't dropping, if you weren't new by 03 standards, which Kanye was, 50 was, T.I. was, you were old. This is around the time when Luda switched his whole style and wanted to be more positive, and the records won't sell, and then he went back to being Luda. And he act like that never existed too, by the way, just saying. But there was that thing where you were old. Fast forward 20 years, there's a young shorty, I can't remember her name, it had some weird, goofy rap name. She's complaining about old rappers need to move. But the old rappers she's talking about are in their 30s. 30s. These old, and 30s, because she's like 18, so she's saying like 30. There's a 30-year-old rapper in my way. These bras need to move. Cardi B and them need to move. Cardi need to move. Latte need to move. Doja Cat need to move. I'm here now. That's what she's saying. She ain't even talking about Drake, because Drake is different. Kendrick is different. You know what I'm saying? And that's the part hip hop is at a weird place where I don't think they know what they want, right? I saw a thing where somebody was like, I'm tired of people saying they want another Illmatic, or they want another Doggy Style, or they want another Ready to Die, or they want another Politics as Usual. Man, that's why hip hop can't grow. And it's salute the Tyler the Creator. Because we as a group of people have watched Tyler the Creator become an old man in real time. Pre-COVID, Tyler the Creator was the poster child for going, F you, the 90s will never come back. He was that guy. He was like, man, I'm tired of hearing all these people talking about, man, they wish they want the 90s vibe back. They miss the 90s. Go to Spotify. You can stream all the music from the 90s all you want. He didn't get it then. Now when you talk to him, you hear it. The frustration of a man who understands that his culture, his art, hasn't moved. And he's like, yo, what I don't like is everybody having the same slang words. Like, nothing's regional anymore, and the sounds aren't regional. Everything sounds the same. Right before your eyes, he became the old man. Why? Because he loves the culture. He loves the music. 2, when you get older, that's how you feel. Me personally, I remember there was a time I stopped liking Mobb Deep. There was a time where I was just like, dog, ain't enough shooting and just QBC and all in Queensbridge, you know, I'm QB. Yeah, I'm done, son. These dudes just keep making the same music. MOP, I can't keep listening to these dudes yell and scream about how MOP and Mobb Deep were like the 2 most violent dudes for multiple albums. And then it was like, I just really was like, yeah, that's why I'd rather listen to The Roots, or I'm listening to Outkast. Same thing with the Lox. There was a time where I was just like, dude, how many keys can y'all keep shooting out here, son? Y'all, nah, son, I'm done. And then the thing is, people couldn't understand what made Jay-Z different from all of that. What made Jay-Z different from Kiss? What made Jay-Z different from Beanie Siegel? What made Jay-Z different than a lot? Not the Lox, but the Clips. Because Jay-Z had a sense of finesse. He knew how to make a story. He knew how to also pull back from making those records and make something for the women, make something for the clubs. Here's a personal story. Boom, boom, boom. They weren't doing that. They didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden you realize Mobb Deep was showing different signs and was doing stuff different, and it was like, okay, cool. It ain't all that. All right, Mobb Deep bringing some joints to it now. They, you know what I'm saying? Remember when we thought Kiss was out here with The Wire? Oh yeah, that's the album. He on this grown man game. Dudes grew. And what happened with hip hop is it never grew, and I don't want to go back through all that stuff again about how hip hop has not changed in over now. I can honestly say 20 years. Hip hop has not changed in 20 years. You know what I'm saying? But the culture, the perception is, I grew up with these dudes, so it's different. You know what I mean? And that is also the thing, I think that's what messes with Drake's vibe. Because for all the talk, when people go, yeah, Kendrick make that boring stuff, though. Kendrick make that grown man music, who's a father who talked about mental health. We took an album to talk about mental health. And there were people who listened to that album and was like, he's speaking to me. He's speaking to me. Drake makes music for people who are the equivalent of the old dude and the old shorty that's still up in the club. Remember when? Because ain't no need for me to ever be up in the club again. But when you in your young 20s, you up in there hard body, and guess who you gonna see? Go see Cat Daddy up in there. Look at Cat Daddy, he up in here, ooh, dressing like everybody. He got the bandana and the do-rag on with the jersey. You know what I mean? And then he's so drunk now, he letting you know, shoot, this ain't even a throwback, son. I remember I watched Wes Unseld play for real for the Baltimore Bullets. Oh, for real? Because, I mean, shoot, a good portion of my life, he was a coach for the Bullets. You watched him play. Somebody get this old man up out of here. Go on somewhere, Pops. Like, come on now. You know what I'm saying? These dudes, the one shorty who out here with her nieces, you know what I'm saying, quick to tell you some stuff to your face. 45, where? I'm up, all up on you. And you just like, I'm trying to get with one of the nieces. Like, well, who is you? Them girls don't know. I put it on you, boy. Come on, let me, and you just, you know. And the thing is, when you're 20-something, that feels cool. Like, yo, this 40-something-year-old chick is up on me like that. I'm up, son, I'm up. Then you get older, and you realize, like, yo, if you see a 40-something-year-old woman rolling up on a young boy like that, guess what? He's gonna feel like he up too, but then you looking at her like, you ain't never grow up. Like, you still, you know what I mean? Because ain't nothing crazier than being that 20-something-year-old and this 40-something knocking on the door 50-year-old bride is like, yeah, let's go to the booth. And she popping off in the booth. And you're like, yo, ooh, tell your friend he can get some too. And and when you're 20, you're geeking. Like, yeah, son, we up. You get older and you find out your peers is doing this and you're like, ugh. Your stomach start hurting. You're like, ugh. She up here all up in your face talking. You're like, girl, get out of my face, yo. What is you doing? Ugh. And the thing about older dudes is, dudes get older, they get nastier. Like, dudes say some of the most wildest stuff. Hey, girl, won't we go over here to the booth? I let you stand in front of me and put your pants down and I blow some air in your booty hole. I'm like, what? And she's just like, what you want to do? I'm gonna blow air in your booty hole. All up in your booty hole. Boy, it won't kill you. Yeah. Bite on your butt cheeks. Like, what? Yeah, dude, yeah, because dudes in their 20s ain't got time to be thinking like that. They just like, what? I'm not messing with your... I mean, at least back in the day. Like, now dudes don't care, but yeah. People grow up. Drake don't make grow up music. Drake make music with his dudes. And I think I said this before. There's dudes in real life in their house, dressed up, watching the Burning Bridges video, toasting the TV and drinking and doing the peekaboo. Where's she at? Where's she at? They out here just geeking. They geeking like that. You know what I'm saying? They geeking like that. You know what I'm saying? There's a point where you're just like, yo, bro, that's weird. That's wild. That's crazy. Because we all grow up. Can't be standing outside of the corner store, you know what I'm saying, in your 30s and 40s and 50s, just on the block posted. You know what I mean? Like, it's like that. What is we doing? What? Where you at? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? I got homies, I know. I've heard them tell me stuff like, man, my neighbors be playing music all night long. And I laugh. Man, that ain't funny, yo. I'm just saying, bro. We been there. We done that. I know, but I'm just saying I'm too old for that now. Like, come on, man. I gotta go to work in the morning. They got the music blasting all night. Come on, yo. Crazy when you get kids and you live in an apartment building and you walk with your kid out to go to the bus stop and there's just dudes, teenagers and young 20-something-year-olds just hanging out by the stairwell, you know what I'm saying, smoking and drinking and y'all gotta, excuse me, fellas, you know what I'm saying, hey, bro, can y'all take that somewhere else so me and my kid, you know what I'm saying, my kid got the smoke all up on his clothes and stuff, they gonna think I'm a bad parent. Come on, man, can we do something about that? And whatever happens, happens. Here's the thing, and I say whatever happens, happens because when we were kids, it used to be maybe one out of a group of us would be the mouthy person, right? It was one. Hey, man, y'all kids shouldn't be over here smoking and stuff like that anyway, man. Come on, man. Can y'all take that somewhere? Everybody get their stuff and get ready to go. Like, all right, cool. It was always one. Man, you ain't nobody, man. Make us. It was just one. One. And you know why we always felt like that? Because that could be our parents. That could be our parents asking somebody, and the last thing we would want to hear is people was on it like my man's is. So we all bounced. And you know what you always found out? The dudes who was on it like that, they parents was cool with them wilding out like that. Them was the dudes who mamas would smoke and drink with. And you know, when you were kids, you think that's cool. For real? Your mama rolling up with you? Yeah. Hey, mama, throw me that. Yo, get that bottle out the. Y'all she's tapping the tap bottle and twist the cap and all that. But you and your mama drinking together like what? You know what I'm saying? Shorty and her mama drinking together like what? Again, when you're a teenager and then next thing you know, drunk mama want to be all weird about you all of a sudden. Oh, look at you. You got a real pretty smile. Hey, I know, cause he over here with her, they go together, huh? Yeah. Hey, won't you come with me over here, huh? Won't you come with? I'm gonna give them their time to themselves. Won't you come with me in my bedroom? I got a TV. What you wanna watch? Now you all weird, like what? Cause you know, like every man thinks they would love to be taken advantage of, but then they realize when it happens, they're like, I don't think I'm really built for that. Nah, I'm good. I'm great. I'm all right. You realize real quick you're not built for that. Same thing at school. Like, let that one teacher show you a little too much cleavage when she and what do you need? And you're like, oh my God. And then she be like, hey, I want you to stay back. And she's just leaning all up on, and she bump her breast up against your face. She's like, bloom. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Let me help you out. And you're like, oh my God. And then she go, hey, maybe we should meet later after school. Guess what? You ain't gonna meet. You might want to meet, but you just like, I don't know, son. I don't know what I'm gonna do. What would I do? It sound good though. It sound good. But that's what it is. Like Drake fans haven't grown up. They're still 20-something-year-olds living that life. That's what they do. You know what I mean? Anyway, 250 years of America. They're gonna be celebrated tomorrow. I guess the state fair thing they had didn't work out right. And you know why it didn't work out right? People ain't got no money, bro. Ain't got no money. Why am I gonna celebrate? Ain't nobody got no money. Ain't nobody got no money, yo. But when we talk about 250 years of America, what we're not going to do is talk about the racism. What we're not going to do is talk about the genocide. What we're not going to do is talk about the bullying. What we're not going to do is talk about the discrimination, the systemic racism put on the books by politicians. That's what we're not going to talk about. Not just black people. There was anti-stuff for Native Americans. There were anti-stuff for Chinese and Japanese and Korean. Like these, they all had their own separate joints. Anti-stuff for Irish people. Anti-stuff for the Italian people. Anti-stuff for the Hispanic people. There was always propaganda. In the 1920s, when they were out here trying to grab the Europeans, America was out here going, dirty white people. They got slums of the earth. They ain't nothing. Chinese people. They were lynching Chinese people during the railroads. They were burning, because here's the thing about the Chinese people when they would do the stops. They had the regular setups, and then the Chinese people who knew they weren't allowed to hang out with them so much had their own setup. And when the drunk white dudes would go over there and try to mess with the Asian prostitutes and get a little rough or not want to pay, somebody got to speak up. They go get the person who's the speaker. Hey, you are representative. Go over there and let them know, man. So and so, you know what I'm saying? He got to pay that money to the shorty. Nah, he ain't paying nothing. So, he be alright. I mean, what you gonna do about it? Man, that's messed up, yo. Is it? Alright, I'll show you what's messed up. Then they burn their joints down. Then they end up killing a couple of prostitutes. They end up lynching a couple of people. As much as I'm making this up, that is still a piece of the history. That's still the way things went down. You know what I'm saying? That is American history. The fact that they was out here talking to Native American tribes, trying to negotiate buying their land. And when the tribes were like, nah, son, we're good on that, they went in and destroyed those people. The fact that as an American country, we've spent all the way up until 1990 vilifying Native Americans. Historically. Them John Wayne joints, the Indians, the Indians were the bad guys. Native Americans weren't. The Indians were the bad guys. It was always the Indians at fault, right? All the time. Cowboys and Indians. Who everybody wanted to be the cowboy. Because the Indians was bad. It wasn't until the 90s you start having movies and people really started to go, oh yeah, we was messed up. It wasn't until we started to really look into these history books and we started we started really reading people's journals and looking at what they was written and the voting percentages and what was also proposed when negotiations fell through. You realize, oh, it wasn't them. It was us. Us as a country. The fact that slavery was always something that was at the forefront. The ending of slavery was always there. But they couldn't do it for economical reasons. Then the Civil War happens. The winner becomes the Union. Everything. We have Reconstruction. Southern states send black congressmen to D.C. And they're like, nah, we ain't letting this happen ever again. Reconstruction, voting, the fact that we were willing, our country, so I'm saying we, as a country, we were willing to kill black citizens who wanted to vote. That's us, son. That's us. Like for all the good we do, there's a lot more messed up stuff. The fact that to this day nobody can tell you what Vietnam was really about. They can't. They can't. The fact that we knew about what was going to happen to Pearl Harbor and we let it happen. It's crazy. It's despicable. Same thing when you think about the ball being dropped on 9/11. It's crazy. It's despicable. It's what we do. It's how we do. The coups that we were involved in all across the world. To have people who saw things the way we saw it and the people that we put in place. That's our country. That's what we do. The fact that we play hero worshiping ourselves, we're out here bragging on ourselves for the D-Day when we really didn't bring the heat like the Russians did. The Russians was on the other side bringing that heat. Lost more people than everybody else and brought that heat. If the Russians had messed around and failed, it all would have been gone. The fact that the Cold War is nothing more than us wanting to not share the spoils of victory with Russia. That's where that comes from. I don't know if y'all understand. The Cold War starts with as Churchill, Stalin, what's your man's name? FDR, Roosevelt. And Roosevelt are out here grabbing pieces. All of a sudden, because Churchill really won't feeling Stalin like that. Because in Churchill's mind, he's still like, yo, son, y'all was together though. You nah, I ain't trying to hear all that. You and your mans was a team before. Nah. I know what happened. Nah. And then when he flipped on you, that's when you came running up like, yo, son, we got to stop him. Hey, that's not even a Russian accent. I don't know what that is. And then the piece of me want to give y'all some Nikita Koloff, but I think that we need to stop the Germans. I don't know why that sounds more like a Japanese person. We need to stop the Germans. Dusty Rhodes, Ric Flair. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden he was like, yo, I'm riding with y'all. And Churchill kind of was like, nah, bro, I don't trust your man. It's like that. Nah, B, I'm good on him. You know what I'm saying? That's where a lot of that came from. Churchill ain't want nothing to do with you, bro. Your man's like that. You know what I'm saying? Roosevelt was like, you know what I mean? They put that work in, though. I don't care nothing about that. Okay, you out here looking like a fake Alfred Hitchcock. You know Alfred Hitchcock is like me. I've been on this earth a little longer than son. Don't play with me. I'm just saying, man, you old porky pig built mother. The dude did his part, bro. I still don't trust him, though. And that's where that came from. Everybody was grabbing their pieces and not trying to let everybody else eat. Venezuela had German Nazi survivors and they went out to Venezuela and put the propaganda down crazy out there. You know what I'm saying? Not Venezuela, Argentina. Yes, that's who I meant. Argentina's like joint. I said Venezuela. Salute to the Venezuelan people, but Argentina, because Argentina is one of the most racist places on this planet. The racist propaganda that they took down there was crazy. We had them over here in America. Russia had a couple of them. The UK had a couple of them. Yeah, son. We don't talk about that part of history. We don't talk about that part of history. We don't talk about the reason Hitler becomes Hitler is because Germany has to pay back after World War I. But who they're paying back the most is American banks. And that's the part. And look, American banks invested in World War I. They invested in Germany. They gave them we'll front you this money, boom, boom, make it happen, bro. Then they lost. They be like, yo, we gonna need our money back. All that and interest. And young Hitler's like, yo, man, we bigger than that, son. We better than that. We are better than that. Man, forget that. Let's do this. Let's run it back one more time. Let's try this again. And you know what happened when they were trying this again? Ford invested in them. And that's another thing that we don't talk about with Americans. As Americans, before we were actually in the war, a good portion of American companies were Nazi supporters. Disney, Ford, GM, a couple of movie studios. You know what I'm saying? A lot of joints, a couple of weapon manufacturers. A lot of people were anti-Jewish, and they were all about that Nazi propaganda. Until we had to go in. They don't tell you about that part. They don't let us know about that. You know what I'm saying? They don't tell us when Roosevelt came up with the New Deal and was trying to make all this stuff happen. A lot of the stuff that we were supposed to get, we didn't get. Not because we couldn't afford to do it, but because our country, our politicians were not okay with everybody eating. Roosevelt's first vice president, Wallace, was a moderate thinker back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like if that dude if they hadn't stopped the election, because vice presidents got voted differently back then. And what happened was Wallace was winning and they stopped it. And then all of the backroom meetings and secret handshakes jumped off. So when they re-upped again, that's how we got Truman. Because everybody knew Roosevelt was on his last leg. They was like, yo, my man about to be gone. We can't have this dude out here doing it. He out here wanting equal rights and equal pay for everybody, not just us as white people, the Spanish people, the black people, all those Spanish people on the farms and doing all that farm worker stuff. He's talking about making sure their money gets up and they got something to fall back on, and they're owed this and they got this, and black people they can get this, and there's equality. Not equality, bro. Nah. Let's put Truman in it. Truman one of us. Truman don't, and he really hated Asians for whatever reason. I don't know. Maybe he had a thing for an Asian broad and she just was like, I'm okay. Forget you then. And he hated Asian people, son. I don't like, he had a bad experience at a Chinese shop or something. I don't know. Like, he did a massage and Shorty won't even offering the happy ending. He like, hey, he just turned on his back. I'm like, No, I do back rubs, bro. What are you doing? I'm sorry. Put that back on. Put the towel back on. What's this purpose? At least put your hand on it. I'm not touching anything else. It was your back. I mean, I felt bad grabbing, like, going all up on your legs and touching some of your butt cheek. I ain't messing with you like that, man. I came up in here because they say you give happy endings. Oh, no, that's the other girl. She off today. I don't do that. Nah. Yeah. You supposed to come up in here on a Thursday. You came in on a Friday. No, I don't do none of that. I do back rubs and I bounce. That's it. Next. Yeah, I don't even shave backs. Like your boy over there with the hairy back. Hey, I ain't shaving your back. For real? You know the other girl, she do that and she give me the happy ending. Yeah, nope. You see any razors over here? Ain't no lavender nothing, son. I'm get your back massage and keep it popping out here, looking like a whole bareback. Look at him, Wolverine back, mother. Yeah, no. Please put your penis away. And he's just mad for now. I can't stand him. But he was, you know what I mean? And they jerked that man out of being the vice president. Imagine how the world would have been. Imagine how the world would have been if Garfield would have lived. There's times where our country has always been right there to become better. And we fought against it. In our lifetime, everybody listening right now, in your lifetime, unless you were just born after 08, 09, and I doubt you'll be listening unless you're listening with somebody. We saw it. We saw the step. We had a black president, and the crap they gave that man, the disrespect they gave that man, the protest and the stuff they did. He did the address one joint, and the white dude just jumped up and had one of them get your hands out my pocket moments, and it just was loud. They ain't nobody even escort him out the building. They let him get that off. He got that off. Right now, as we're speaking today, as we're living and breathing today, if you protest, you can be arrested. If you are anti-Trump in any sense of the word, you can be arrested for domestic terrorism. Domestic terrorism. They are running up on people right now who are just anti-Trump. Domestic terrorism, when to protest is part of our freedom of speech. To protest, to fight against tyranny is an American right. As long as it's not against the people you like. 250 years. What will they talk about for 250 years? And don't get it twisted, I don't want to make it seem like it's all bad. What I'm saying is, for every 3 to 4 good things, you best believe there's 10 bad things to make them 3 to 4 good things happen. The expansion after the Revolutionary War, they still didn't free slaves. They fought back. They went further down south, and what they could, they bought from the Spaniards, and what they didn't, they took over. What they could buy from the Native Americans, they did. What they couldn't, they took over. The genocide was real. They moved further west. After the Civil War, the cowboy movement hit the railroads that we so prominently speak on and build on. The other side of that is there was a lot of lives that were lost. There was a lot of lives lost, not just with the Asian people and the black people doing the railroads, but the Native Americans who, again, were like, this is my land. What are y'all doing? Y'all just coming through? What's up with this? Yeah, this is ours now, son. We got this. Look over here. There's people and their homes. There's crops over there. There's livestock over there. What do you mean? This is whoa. We're gonna give y'all like a couple of days to shut this down and move somewhere. If not, I don't know what you heard about the other tribe. That was y'all. Yeah, okay. All right. And then a couple of these natives were just like, yo, son, let them set up shop and we go out to tear their joints down. But then when you're a kid and you watch the old school movies with the John Waynes and all of them, they were the bad guys. They don't tell you about what they did beforehand. They don't. Civil Rights Act passes. That's a progression. What they don't tell you is that also sparks private schools, private Christian schools. And for those who couldn't afford, they just didn't even put their kids in school. Schools, districts were demolished, obliterated, gone. Didn't exist because they won't let their kids, my kids ain't going to school with no blackies. Cut that. I can't afford to go to one of them, so we just won't do school. So there's a group of people from the span of 1968, 67, depending on where you live and how it moves, 69 to about 76, 78. If you were a child in that time frame, there are a bunch of people who just didn't even go to school because the school district was closed. School district was closed. And I don't even know if, and people are like, well, we homeschool. We just, what's the highest grades you went to? I hadn't been in school since I was 10. Hold on, so you got nothing but like a 4th, 5th grade education, 3rd, 4th, 5th grade education. Yeah, and you taught your kids up until they were about 14, but you stopped going to school at 10. Okay, I'm sorry, then don't give these kids don't give these dudes no job when they become adults. They don't know nothing. They can't possibly know nothing. That's what they were doing. The Klan was resurrected after World War I, when black soldiers came back home and had a super boost of pride because they defended their country. It wasn't going to be too much more of that. Y'all got to go over there. Hey, boy. Hey, I'm Sergeant Jackson. This ain't the army no more, boy. Ain't gonna be too much more of that. Nah, they had to do something. Birth of a Nation comes out. Woodrow Wilson wants that joint to be premiered in the White House. He's like, yo, son, the Klan are heroes. Let the Klan come marching. The Klan got to march out there in D.C. as heroes. Again, for every time we progress, it's a bunch of other stuff, messed up stuff. We just supposed to overlook all the messed up stuff. My man brought the Klan back. And this time, because the thing is, the Klan was just a down south thing. All of a sudden, the Klan everywhere. The Klan everywhere. The Klan got a powerful pull out there in the West. California got a nice joint. Oregon got a nice joint. You know what I'm saying? Jersey got a nice joint. Michigan, Indiana, Illinois got nice joints, son. They got the chapters over there. The numbers is crazy. That's American history. So for every time you see something great, just know there's a lot of messed up stuff somewhere around it. Before or after. Before or after. That's what our country is, man. I don't want people to just go out here celebrating the good stuff. You gotta celebrate it all. And what I hate is when people say stuff, man, if you don't like it, you could always move. It ain't like that, bro. I actually have the right to speak that. I don't like like the way that this is. I think our American history is a sham the way it is presented to us in the sense of patriotic propaganda. What I'm saying is give us the truth. If you still feel like, and that's where the whole woke movement came from. Remember when the white kids were learning about slavery and stuff like that, and they felt bad because that's technically how you're supposed to feel. You're supposed to feel like that. You're supposed to look and go, oh my God, that was terrible. As a child, you're supposed to wonder why. Why did we do this to those people? Why did we do this to those people? Why did we do this? And teachers, parents go, that was just what they did back then. It was wrong. And that's what they used to do back then. The problem is, when these kids look over and they look at today's world, they still see it. The same way somebody can go, oh man, you know what I was listening, a child, someone in their 20s can listen to Marvin Gaye, What's Going On, and go, oof, when was this made? Oh, that was like the 70s, 1970s. That joint over 50 years old. Man, a lot of that stuff happened in a day. Yeah. You watched the very first televised debate between Nixon and Kennedy, and they're talking about the same kind of stuff today. Birthright citizenship, who should be allowed and who shouldn't be allowed to vote. That's what they were talking about back in the day. And they still talking about that today. Nothing's changed. We can't move forward. We can't progress. And it's my right. I have the right to announce that. Why? Because it's like a family. Everybody got that one uncle can't nobody stand, but that's family. You just don't deal with them. You don't. Maybe all of a sudden somebody gonna have an argument. Other times I just let them talk, man. Just let them get it out of the system. Yeah. I hear you. Who keep inviting him? Yeah, I came because y'all said it's a family get together. I came. Huh? Y'all don't want me here. Stop inviting me. That's life. Everybody know how it is. Everyone knows how it is. Countries that have become independent or countries who became countries after America uses our Declaration of Independence, uses our Constitution as their template. And a lot of these countries, they did better than us. They've done better than us. We can't hold these truths to be self-evident and follow through ourselves. The game crazy, bro. The game is crazy. And that's all I'm saying when I talk about 250 years of this country. We can't just go out here and celebrate like it's all good, because it's not all good. We're still heavily divided, and you can tell by the stuff that we've been watching being voted on just this year alone. Since Trump has come back in office. You know what I'm saying? Back when people were trying to figure out, make America great again, what do they mean? You see what it means. He's trying to take everything back. Backity back. You know what I'm saying? It's almost about to be shorties ain't getting no jobs. They gotta just hang out in the house barefoot and pregnant. You know what I mean? We about to make domestic violence like something that's debatable. You know what I mean? Yeah, he came home drunk and started beating his bride. He worked though. You don't know the kind of stress he's been up against. That ain't work. Y'all just see what he did? Her whole face gone, son. She out here looking like Two-Face right there. One side of her face is straight, the other one is messed up. Yo, look at that. Ugh. Whatever, man. Our laws are debatable. The way we hand down sentences, we're in a different place, man. We're in a different place. The stuff that we try to do, we don't do. Other countries around the world have figured out how to make things work. We just can't. And we won't, because especially right now, our country's up for sale and dudes are buying in. And we can't, the average person can't buy in. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all at the beginning, Jeff Bezos, I'm calling him Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos was like, yo, y'all don't need no water. We need this water for the data center. I don't know what y'all gonna do. Pee in a cup, boil it and drink that. Y'all be all right. That's basically what he's saying. The food is fake. The food is nasty. It's been fake. It's been nasty for a long, long time. And what happens is people go overseas and be like, man, their food tastes different. You know why it tastes different? They're not allowing all that stuff to be put in their foods. All them chemicals and everything. What you just tasted was probably like you ever go to somebody's farm and eat their food? And be like, Why it tastes like this? That's real food. Your tongue has been so used to all of this fake stuff, you don't even know what to do when you eat real food. That's what happens. Everything is fake. Everything is fake. And you know how you know? You've got a plant that you want to grow and thrive. Sprinkle some cinnamon on it. You know it's always got bugs and flies and gnats around it. Sprinkle some cinnamon on it and see what happens. Because real cinnamon is supposed to thrive. It's supposed to keep the bugs and all the pests away. That's the real pesticide, natural pesticide, cinnamon. And you still see ants and bugs and everything still around it. Not bees, just regular gnats and all that stuff. Why? Because cinnamon ain't cinnamon. Buy you some cinnamon. Buy you a thing of cinnamon. Look on the back, it got ingredients. And then there's a long list of stuff. Because it ain't just cinnamon. Like the cinnamon is very small up in there. It got cinnamon tasting stuff added to it. Salt ain't salt no more. Salt helps plants too. You put some salt down on something and don't nothing happen. Yeah, it ain't real salt. It ain't real, like nothing we're doing anymore is real. And down to the spices and seasoning that we use, it's not real. It's not. It's water, agua, H2O. You know what I'm saying? You drink, you get a bottle of water and look on the back, it got ingredients, bro. What are we talking about? Water. What are we, you know what I'm saying? You ever go to the mountains and the water, because the water coming through the streams, the rocks stop a lot of the joints, so you think that's that good water. You put your hand in it, like, this is the best water I ever tasted. Because the stuff we out here drinking got a whole bunch of other stuff to it. We got to get back. And again, you don't get that stuff like that overseas. You don't get that stuff down there in South America like that all the time. Why? Different regulations. There's certain cereals, certain foods, certain joints. You can't do it down there like that. You can't do it overseas like that. America don't care. You know what I'm saying? The reason those places can afford universal health care is because they also made sure that the food better. The food is healthier. Can't go out here and go, yo, we're going to give y'all better health care while y'all still eat all this nasty stuff. It don't even out. Anyway, I've spoken too long. Happy 250th birthday for the country, for America. Because one day, we will be America. You know what I'm saying? But anyway. Thank y'all for listening. East Coast, West Coast, worldwide, Lost Boys. As y'all can tell, there was no clip attached. This is just me just giving y'all crazy facts in my own way. But yeah, man, let's do what we do. And I gotta say it the way I gotta say it, like I'm on my show and all that. They say you only live once. That's a lie. You only die once. So anytime that your God allows you to get out here and continue your journey, please show the world the best version of you. Y'all be safe. Peace.
This is a Soul of Art presentation.